Hello everyone. As you remember in our previous video, we shared how we opened the door to this path leading to the legend and shared that initial excitement. If you missed that installation guide, you can find and watch it on our channel, because today we are moving from theory to practice. We are on Hytale's official website. Hypixel Studios designed this early access process not just as a sales strategy, but as a tool for community integration. Looking at the download page, we see how inclusive the game is, running on the most common operating systems including Windows and Mac OS, and even with Linux support. The system requirements are surprisingly reasonable, which is a signal that the game can run on a wide range of hardware. We moved the launcher to the desktop and we are running it. We are not just facing a loading screen. This is a living platform. The hotfix notes you see on the left are proof that the developer team is instantly improving the game with the precision of a delicate watchmaker. While the download continues, let's take another look at the website. The developers share a new fix, a new improvement almost every day. This is a massive sign of trust for a game in early access. The Hytale adventure overcame challenging development processes with the patience and support of the community. Following the official social media accounts for the latest news and server status is critical to not stay disconnected from this living universe. And the installation is complete. We are pressing the play button. The game starts in a small window upon first launch as a safety procedure. No panic, this is a standard procedure for the engine to recognize your system. We immediately go to Settings, Video to expand the window first, then switch to full screen mode to fully enter Hytale's promised 4K world. The sharpness of the interface and the fluidity of the menus are evident from the very first second. We will touch upon the details of the settings shortly while testing the game performance. We've arrived at my favorite part, avatar creation. As we promised in the title, there is no being a random Steve like in Minecraft. Hytale offers us the freedom to create ourselves or a dream hero down to the finest detail. Look at the details in these hair models, the liveliness in the eyes. This menu is proof that the game is not just a block-breaking simulation, but carries a deep RPG identity. Developers announced that new cosmetics will be constantly added here with updates. This layered system, where we can wear a cardigan over a t-shirt and armor over that, allows our character to tell their story through their clothes. The color palette is incredibly wide. We can change not only the hair, but even the color of the stitching on the clothes. Despite being in an early stage, there is a depth of customization not found in most AAA quality games. And yes, we captured a style that is simple, adventurous, reflecting the creative generalist spirit, and closest to our real-life selves. Our character breathes, looks around. They are just as impatient as we are to descend into Orbis. We say save, however, remember this is not a final decision. One of the greatest luxuries Hytale offers is this freedom. We can change our character's appearance, style, and even entire identity limitlessly according to our mood at any moment. A technical pause before entering the game. We return to the graphics settings. Initially, we selected high settings, but trusting our system and even challenging it a bit, we later bump it up to epic, the highest settings. I must specifically mention this. The system we are using is not a cutting-edge beast, but a modest computer that falls below current standards, even below mid-range. Despite this, let's note it down. The game continues to run wonderfully, fluidly, and smoothly. This is where the optimization miracle of the Hytale engine lies. Now it's time to create our world. We say create world. We haven't installed any mods yet. We want to experience that pure, vanilla state of Hytale and feel the basic mechanics to our bones. We will go into the subject of modding in great detail in future videos. That is a whole other ocean. We check the settings. We leave PvP on, keeping the difficulty level balanced. The tooltips on the menus explain clearly what everything does. There are no confusing terms. We name our world and press that final button. Pay attention to the loading screen. The message, "Thank you for playing a game in development," shows the team's humility. And we open our eyes. First gate of the Echo. This is not an ordinary spawn point. We are inside a ruin, an ancient structure. Look at the lighting, the warm beam emitted by the torches, the dramatic, confined, and relatively dimly lit environment inside. This place pulls us into the atmosphere immediately. There is a mystery in the air, as if we have awakened a hero who has been sleeping for centuries. Not knowing what awaits us outside, we take our first steps in this dim corridor. And that big moment, we crack open the heavy wooden door and step outside. Oh my God, look at this view, this vitality. After that confined air inside, this place is like a paradise. A lush forest, trees swaying in the wind, voluminous clouds in the sky. Bird sounds mix with the howling of the wind. A painting that does justice to 4K resolution and epic settings. Hytale has taken the concept of a block game and carried it to the level of an artistic masterpiece. We start exploring the surroundings. Interaction with plants and blocks is so natural that it's as if our character is a part of this world. Our survival instincts kick in immediately. We gather stones and branches from the ground. Interaction animations are very solid. Objects don't just pop into your hand. You feel that you are actually picking them up. When we press the M key and look at the map, we are met with a breathtaking bird's-eye view. The geography of the region we are in, riverbeds, forest density, everything is suitable for strategic planning. We craft a few simple, primitive items. The interface is so user-friendly that you don't need to ask how to do what. As we dive deeper into the forest, Hytale's storytelling comes into play. There aren't just trees, abandoned ancient structures, mossy pillars, traces left by unknown beings. This mystery constantly pushes you to ask, what's behind the next hill? Everything you see in this video is a summary. We will solve the lore and secrets of these structures one by one in the full-fledged guide we will publish very soon. But for now, like an explorer, we just observe and take our notes. The sky is slowly turning crimson. Night is approaching, and there is something over there. A campfire? Yes, this is a settlement of some sort, but it doesn't look friendly. Did you notice those hanging carrots? This is an obvious trap. Hytale's world is full of not only beauties, but also insidious dangers. With the fall of night, the dark side of Orbis awakens. With our current equipment, while we only have a primitive, crude sword in hand, diving in there would be suicide. It's not worth the risk. We must urgently retreat to a safe place. While looking for a sheltered spot, we notice a massive silhouette in the lower parts of the ancient structure. A golem. This giant, blended with stone and magic, seems to be guarding the area. It is not hard to guess how heavy its hits are. It would probably send us to the lobby in a single move. Saying, courage is good, but it must be managed with wisdom, we silently retreat. But this place is important. When we return with stronger equipment and a solid plan, we will have unfinished business with that golem. In this short exploration tour, we tasted both the tension of survival and the pleasure of discovery. However, Hytale is not just about this. Let's take a quick look at the creative mode inventory as well. Hundreds of blocks, furniture, weapons, and tools. For those who love building, this is a limitless canvas. When that challenging struggle in survival mode combines with this freedom in creative mode, a masterpiece to be played for years emerges. Remember, the game is still in the early stage, and much more will be added. In our full version guide, we will touch upon everything from farming to mining, dungeon raids to massive castle constructions. This was just the first step we took into the revolution awaited by millions. Although Hytale is in early access, it is one of those rare productions that already feels complete. As creative generalist, we will continue to be your guide on this journey. Share your first impressions, the content you want to see, and your theories with us in the comments. We will grow this community together. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified of new guides and adventures. See you in the depths of Orbis. Goodbye.